Howdy partners, this is iCincy bringing you another Dawn of War 2 Retribution commentary. Hopefully this works out. It's been a while since I've done a casting, so bear with me. I am a little bit rusty. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and jump into this. This was sent to me by the very sexy, the very amazing Jekkujere. And over here he's going to be playing as the Eldar Farseer, a amazing support commander. Mind you, this is retail, so she's not quite as good as I think she is in Elite mod, but still a very interesting leader nonetheless. And his allies are going to be two Space Marine players. I was gonna say allies, and I was like, yeah, no shit. They're both the Force Commander, DJ Splendid and Stoyak. Over here we got DoW2ret playing as the Imperial Guard, Commissar Lore, already getting stuck in with the Space Marines of DJ Splendid, I figured. And then his ally is going to be the Eldar Farseer, 2-in-1 game, Preposterous, as the Eldar Farseer. Bear with me, guys. And over here, the very amazing, fun commander for Space Marines, the Space Marine Apothecary, X-Storm. So, getting right into the fight, you can see nothing too crazy. We've got standard Imperial Guard build here. Standard Eldar 1-1-1, I would assume, build. If he gets Rangers, then it would be a true 1-1-1. X-Storm playing a little bit more reserved. Oh, and his, just as I say that, of course, his APO goes down in a blaze of glory. DJ Splendid and Stoyak's Force Commanders getting awful low. Stoyak's forced off to retreat. Double Tactical Marines. That's something we've been seeing become a little bit more meta lately, which is funny because I've had so many people bitch at me in the past about actually doing it. But here we go. The Imperial Guard are here to conquer. Wait, what? That's not canon. Jakku going for again, yeah, kind of a standard Eldar build. Forced to retreat though. The Imperial Guard too strong. Hyper losing his Banshees somewhere along the lines. Don't know if I didn't see it. But yeah, now that the initial fighting has stopped and I can catch my breath and kind of start seeing exactly where we're going to be going. Two power gens going down here, and not really feeling like throwing down all of them exactly at the exact same time, because they did get pushed back. No reason to throw out all three if there's the potential for it getting bashed. However, this pocketed one over here, which is a little bit safer, they went ahead and threw all three down. Already, Jekkujere's team taking kind of a rough hit, all three VPs capped, and already kind of behind since Hyper did lose his initial Banshees. But it looks like they did come back out of the gate fairly strong. Yeah, see, the Imperial Guard over here bashing power. Shuriken Cannon setting up a excellent choice by Jakku. Definitely will help you shut down those guardsman blobs. It is a essential piece if you're going to play Eldar versus Imp Guard. Otherwise, they will just out DPS you for days. And can't really use Banshees either because Sentinels have Stomp. Oh, that was a good retreat grenade. That was very good. Kind of a derpy chase jump right there, though. You know, that not so good by DJ Splendid. The Imperial Guard refusing to back down here. Lord Commissar Bredere getting forced out of here. But those Catachans and that Sentinel holding firm, forcing off those TAC Marines. It's going real well for DoW2ret, doing amazing work. Finally getting forced off because he's outnumbered and he's surrounded by Space Marines. You don't want to be stuck in that situation at all. I see a Sanguine Chainsword, do I? On the APO? I don't see a real big reason for it. Oh, no, never mind. I lied. Sorry. Double Assault Marines. Definitely. Huge reason there. I don't know if he knows about it yet. Maybe just perhaps bought it off whimsy. Good dodge on that plasma grenade. Farseer for Hyper. Gonna go down. Oh, that 1 HP though. You guys saw it. That's crazy. Literally got away with 1 HP. Now you can see Assault Marines jumping in on those guardsmen. But Catachan's coming up to support. And remember, they've got power melee damage on their side. And more models to boot. So those Assault Marines are in big trouble. I thought it was kind of silly that the guardsmen retreated. Perhaps a bit preemptive. You could have definitely used them there. Up here, kind of a stalemate. Jeku just pelting down this capped power node. Commissar Lord back up on his feet. Got a heal from the apothecary. Does not grant experience, but does instantly bring them up from the grave. Good guy Apo. Using the Farseer's tricky cloak. Stealthing in that Shuriken squad. And forcing off these Devastators, albeit for a moment. Oh, these Devastators, they are not long for life. And do they get away with 3 HP? This is crazy, guys. I've never seen such close calls in one game. But you can see right here, red team coming back, coming back strong, trying to get that field presence back. I feel though they may be in some big trouble coming up here in the mid game though. As you can see, that Imperial Guard, just the line is filling up. They are massing, and they've got a Manticore on the way, so it's gonna be quite difficult. Oh, Farseer for Hyper going down in a blaze of glory. Space Marines all the way. Assault Marines jumping in there, knocking down Catachans and Imperial Guardsmen alike. Again, kind of just retreating those guys out of there a little bit too quick. Manticore Strike coming down, catching some Catachan Devils, but not doing enough damage to them. However, justifying that cost by dealing some great damage to those Space Marines. Commissar Lord showing that he has some major balls, getting stuck in with Ceramite armored tactical marines, taking one down. Sentinel moving to support him. Stomp. The Sentinel is not having any of that bull crap. Triple cap for the red team. VP's starting to close back in. Imperial Guard really needs to mass up and start making an impact here. Needs to not be so frugal with his guardsmen. They are cheap, and they basically live to die. As grim as that sounds. Stealth in scout squads do not have their sergeants, so cannot throw a grenade, and are currently, I don't think, making an attempt to purchase him. And if they are, kind of fooling around a little bit. Ah, there you go. Manticore Shell coming in. Doing some good damage to that Shuriken weapon team. We're not finishing them off. Kind of weird. Sometimes this blocks the damage, sometimes it doesn't. It really depends on the angle and the distance between the damage and the to be protected unit, I suppose. But Hey, beggars can't be choosers.
Ready to prove myself, sir.
I didn't know where I was going with that one either. Blue team coming back, making an amazing push. Giving red team really a run for their money after that amazing push and good victory that red team had. They're coming back with a vengeance. And it comes down to this Imperial Guard player, because like I said, his line's filling up and he's got some upgrades on these guys. I assume, right? No, still doesn't have plasma guns on him. I think he'd benefit from that upgrade very well, but does have the Commissar's and the Sergeant upgrade. Dropping a Manticore shell, not appropriately spaced, but doing a little bit of damage, not bad. I heard some Banshees howling over here, getting stuck in with enemy Banshees, or no, that was the Banshees themselves, and I guess they kind of just pushed out. It happens. Banshee's getting in amongst these Marines. Not a good place for Marines to be, but you can see the Apothecary doing work with that Sanguine Chainsword in his heel. He's about to go down though, and he's down, and he's back up. How did he get back up? What? 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 I'm not sure if there's a difference. I think in retail, Lehrman's Blessing, it revives them on the spot as opposed to at your base. I think that's what it does. Obviously changed for good reasons. Banshee's getting suppressed. Losing their Exarch, that's tough. They definitely want that Exarch for that power melee. But uh-oh, Jeku not paying attention to his Shuriken squad. Those guys go down really quick too. Gravity field grenade thingy. I don't know. I don't play Eldar. Catching those Guardians. Those guys. Surely they're goners. Yeah, they're out of here. Fortunately, Hyper's Banshees making it out alive, albeit very much barely. And a Falcon on the field. That's very interesting. Oh no, it's not a Falcon. I see you stupid tard. That's a Fire Prism. Much deadlier. DJ Splendid breaking out a Librarian, looking to get stuck in infantry combat. Don't think he realizes he's gonna need some AV real soon. Don't get me wrong, Librarian is amazing, especially when you couple him with some Devastators. Veil of Time, instant setup time, and that good what's it called, speed, just making them so dangerous and mobile. Rarely gets seen in any high level play though, which is a shame. Finally, we're seeing Guardsmen with some plasma guns, and these guys will eat through Marines, assuming that the Marines do not catch them in melee. It is common knowledge that the only thing worse than an Imperial Guardsman in melee are Tau Fire Warriors, which are hilariously not in this game.
Power node is taking hits.
Marines reinforcing. That is Stoyak. It's a very cool color scheme, very metallic. Banshee's taking losses. I think he lost squad there? Yeah, looks like he did. Maybe I'm just not paying attention enough. Something I definitely need to do. Assault Marines getting caught out of position. Jumping out. moving to safety, getting a heal from the apothecary. Good synergy there. Map control. It's looking awful blue. Even though it's kind of obvious that the red team have the fighting dominance, or combat dominance, despite this fire prison being here. We got the singing spear for the Farseer over here, for Hyper. Fully kitted out too, it's amazing. It's kinda, I guess that's really why he's kind of been suffering for squads and units. Armor, Fortune, and Ghost Helm. Mind War and Doom being a absolute pain in the ass, especially for Space Marines, as your units just melt. Assault Marines getting forced off over here. They have the Thunder and Lightning upgrade. Very useful tool, especially if you're going up against these squishy Eldar vehicles like that. Fire Prison goes down. He overextended it really badly. Definitely needs to babysit that thing. It's made of paper, silly Eldar. Come on. Wraithlord out on the field. Great stuff. Knows that they're ahead and that the enemy doesn't have a whole lot in the ways of anti-vehicle, and a Wraithlord just suits the situation perfectly. He has the Shuriken Cannon upgrade, which in Elite mod got a incredible buff in that it has 100% accuracy on the move, along with the shoulder-mounted, what's it called? Looks like a water gun shot. I'm sorry, forgive me, Eldar players. I don't know what your Bright Lance. There. Brad Air saying, for fuck's sake. Looks like his Manticore got taken out. And indeed, there's its smoking corpse. Caught by the Force Commander of, I assume, Stoyak, who also is fully kitted out. Artificer armor and teleporter pack. A awesome kit, especially if you're looking to take out high priority targets like that Manticore. Guardsman coming up, telling this Force Commander to go frack himself.
Message received.
Commissar Lord upgraded with stubbornness and flak jacket. Good upgrades. Think he would benefit very well from possibly the Power Sword upgrade. Cheaper upgrade than the Power Fist. However, he probably would do more damage with the Power Fist. He looks like... Oh, good lord, man. Oh, and that's why. Baneblade, but do they have the time? They're rapidly losing map control. Jeku setting up these crucial webway gates, allowing him to stay mobile around the map. And he has... What is this? The Autarch with the Executioner, giving her heavy melee. And a fairly good weapon for her to boot. The DPS I don't think is absolutely absurd, but when you're dealing with Eldar tanks like that, do you really need to be?
We just need to find an edge.
Both teams kind of reeling. The Space Marines on Jeku's team, DJ Splendid and Stoyak, really reeling from critical damage that they have taken. Very low squad count. Jeku seems to definitely be carrying this game. Good choice on that Wraithlord. Again, just giving him that kind of that field presence that just makes the enemy kind of afraid to stick their neck out into the field. But after this thing kind of shows its ugly face, ooh, I don't know about that Wraithlord. It's definitely going to need something more than that. Warp Spiders with their Haywire Grenades definitely going to help in this respect, and it's a large slow-moving target, so you can guarantee a hit on it. Terminators out here on the field, and they are not Assault Terminators, surprisingly enough. I could have swore that's what I'd have been seeing. But
So that's 100 points.
I don't know. I can't say I agree or disagree with it, seeing as how much heavy melee they have on the field. X-Storm breaking out some Terminators of his own, and of course because he is the Apothecary, he has no choice other than to take the ranged Terminators and gives them a Assault Cannon, a amazing single target damage weapon. It does tear through light units like no other. But unfortunately, he's kind of overextending that. Jakku deciding to instead send his Banshees after the Assault Marines, which, good choice, because he definitely does not want his squads getting disrupted. The Assault Marine Terminators being much less mobile, much less threatening to his Guardians and Warp Spiders. Seer Council out for Hyper, deciding to lay down the hurt, kind of snuck up from behind, getting gravity fielded, or grenaded, whichever, and getting absolutely torn apart. Will they be able to escape? Oh, it's going to be awful close. The Banshees use Fleet. Will they catch him? They do not. So that's Seer Council squad. 47 HP, single model. Can't control his Wraith Lord. Yeah, that is a common glitch. I like to call it whenever I'm playing as Blood Angels. The Black Rage. My Terminator just decides to go full retard on me. Not listening to me. Which is pretty canon. But why his Wraith Lord wasn't listening to him? Can't say. Definitely not a Blood Angel. VPs coming very, very close. You can see the red team just kind of really pulled it together there towards mid and late game. Bradair really not making the best of effect as I thought he would in the mid game. Losing a lot of stuff, and I think being honestly just a little bit too cautious. DJ Splendid doing the right thing, getting those Assault Terminators out. Definitely good that he kept them in with their Thunder Hammers, making them quite a bit tankier. And that's the game right there, guys. That very fast-paced, very heavy game, very non-stop. Everybody absolutely bloodthirsty. Librarian choices really didn't do a whole lot this whole game. I mean, yeah, you get those Terminators, the Tome of Time, it's good for them, but honestly, I think he would have done better with that Librarian if he had a couple of Devastator squads, some setup teams. Bradair, just kind of being too cautious with your Guardsmen, brother. You gotta lay down the hurt with them. Just because they got jumped on, that doesn't mean a whole lot. They they are there to die. They are very cheaply reinforced, so kinda, I'm not gonna say that's the reason why they lost. Overall, X-Storm and Hyper really had trouble, I think, making an impact on this game. Definitely lacking good positioning, and really, I don't know. I don't think their unit choice was that bad. I think that being that far behind and kitting out your Farseer up to their eyeballs was a bit silly, but, you know, it happens. X-Storm kitting up his Apothecary completely well. And his unit choices, I don't think they were very sound. I think he got those scouts just to help repair that fire prism in case it ever needed it. Or maybe they were desperation scouts. There's always a possibility of that. Force commander over here keeping his power sword, which is it's good. It really, if you notice that your opponents aren't really going very armor heavy, you don't need to jump straight from power sword to power fist. Now, Stoyak making an amazing use of his force commander, taking out that manticore, which really should have been the tipping point for the Imperial Guard. Teleporting in on it, locking it down, I assume, and just punching it a couple times, making it pop. Here at the end, you can see he went for like double devastators, and with this much map control and with these many units on the field, why not? I mean, you could definitely force your opponents to make some choices of units that they otherwise may not have wanted to go. And Jeku, of course, towards the end of the late game, took some really bad losses, but really, when it comes right down to it, objectives over kills, and that doesn't appropriately express what I'm trying to say, but basically what I'm trying to get at is he went for those objectives. He was helping his team get back up on their feet until they could, really carried them all the way to the late game, and then went, you know, these units, you know, we're getting further and further ahead, let's make critical pushes, let's do some good stuff, and he did. I mean, losing those units, it's bad, you don't want to do it, but when you come in and you're like, no, we're taking their VP too, you're going to have to expect to lose some stuff, if not the squad, you know? So, great play by him, excuse me, whew, that's disgusting. Some interesting choices, some not so interesting choices, some great plays, and some very bad plays, but overall, great game. Thank you guys for playing. Thank you, Jeku, for sending me this replay. I really am really sorry that it's going to be coming out super late. Guys that were supposed to set up our internet just really screwed it up and almost didn't get it to us a week later. And then on top of that, I really just kind of got slammed with work. Valentine's Day came rolling through, and I didn't really have any time to cast or do anything really for that matter on my computer. Anyway, leave a like if you like the video and my ramblings, apparently, because I do that quite a lot. Leave a comment down below if you'd like to chat with me, chat me up or something like that. I always love seeing comments on my videos. And really, it does, like, I have 100 subscribers now. Leave a comment, you lazy sucker. Don't just, like, come in, like the video, and then leave. I don't care if in the comments you type piss and then hit enter. Just give me something. Give me some feedback, man. Give it to me. Give it to me. Wow. Okay, that sounded bad. Anyway, if you want to see more videos, I mean, I'm still gonna do them anyway. But if you really would like to see more videos and support my cause, which is to bring entertainment and a little bit of knowledge about the game, get people into it. You know, subscribe to my channel if you'd like to. If you don't, that's fine. I watch plenty of people religiously and don't subscribe to them either, because I have a long list of dedicated people, YouTubers who would flood my watch list regularly if I did have all of them subscribed. So, with that being said, this is Ice and Sea. Catch you partners later.